Hi. What I've realized the most about making these videos is the difficulty in just letting myself be and breathe and be here in the moment. It's easier for me to, just to be driving in the car and share something, or to share something and then post it and just use the voice, and it's just been an easier application for me. So I knew that I needed to just breathe and share. A couple of things that was interesting to me this week is in regards to a video that Bernard Pullman did called Heaven is Postponed Until It's on Earth. And it's not a very long video, but I was transcribing it, and what was interesting to me was how I omitted 6 words within that particular video. The love should be equal to all part, and the love your neighbor as yourself part. That's the part I omitted from what Bernard Pullman said. And let me just read one part he said. Heaven is postponed till it is on earth. The way to do that is to do what Jesus suggested. Give to another what you would like to receive, and love your neighbor as yourself. Love should be equal to all. And that's the part right there that I basically just omitted in transcribing the rest of it. And I'll provide a link in the description so you can go watch that video. But it was just really interesting because when I first began listening to the Destiny videos and reading the forum, and I would see and hear the word equality, and it was almost like I wanted to skip past that. I wanted to skip past the equality part and get to the point of the story that was being told. And I don't mean that to imply it's a story. I just mean that to within what they were sharing. And it was like, even within that, there was self-interest, because I just wanted to hear something that was going to assist me. What can I hear that's going to assist me? What can I, read that's going to assist me? And within all that, I left out the equality part. I didn't want to really hear the equality part. And that just was further, and it's interesting because I just had some pain in my left knee just now, which when I was writing this out, this is exactly what I noticed, was that the Lord love and equality was being omitted from my writing, so in the transcribing. So when I was writing this out to look at the point, I also had pain in my left knee, which just doesn't usually just doesn't occur like that. I just don't have pain in my knees. So it was interesting to see this point, because I was able to see that this was the actual allocation point of this manifested construct design of the mind consciousness system, of everything that I began to read and hear about through the Destiny videos. And so my point really is that the word equality and love was what was being missed by me. And it's no wonder that I often have a little bit of difficulty, as in right now, just expressing myself unconditionally without my mind interrupting me, telling me that you don't look very good for camera, or maybe you look too old to be on camera. And it's always something that tries to manipulate and become me and possess me, so to speak. And so this manifested construct design, I began to look at it and realize that my first remembrance of associating the word love was in relation to my mom. And when I would go visit my grandma in the summers, I would always get this lonely feeling. And my grandma used to say, well, you just miss your mom, you love your mom, and you're just homesick. And so within that, I associated the word love with loneliness. And as I looked at this further, I realized that loneliness is within that fear of loss, within that fear of survival. And so that's interesting to me too. What I've really noticed the past couple of days is actually being able to understand a little bit more clear within myself how my emotions and my feelings and my patterns and my personality and just the way my whole mannerism about myself, the way I present myself, the way I talk, the way I move, the way I hold my mouth, the way I squint my eyes, the way I hold my head, the way I shrug my shoulders, the way I walk across the room is all based within this fear of loss and fear of loneliness feeling and fear of surviving. And Bernard is always saying, is to look at the money trail, and you will see within everything, every single thing that is here as existence, and how we experience ourselves and how we participate is all in regards to money. It all begins with money. And to look at a point when I was 4 or 5 years old, when I started associating love with the feeling of loneliness, to see that point and actually see the allocation point and feel it and know it was there, just crystallized in there, just waiting for me to apply self-forgiveness and release it. It was cool to realize there's the money trail. That fear of being alone, that fear, that's still a fear of survival. That still goes back to money. Because if we don't have money, we're going to die because we can't get food. Or we're going to freeze to death because we don't have a place for ourselves to be warm. So it was really cool to be able to see how that money trail goes all the way back to that. The money system, the way it has existed, has kept humanity ingrained and just like trapped into this fear of survival mode, and to where every single thing that we do, every single thing that we participate in, every single moment of ourselves, even within our considerations on what we really want to pay attention to, what we want to hear, what we want to read, all goes back to self-interest within that fear of survival and that fear of not having enough money. So again, I'm reminded how important it is to support an equal money system. It's not that difficult to really look at, because we all need money. We literally survive for money. We go work and work and work and work for money, and then we still don't have any money. And in an equal money system, you're only going to work 4 years, and then you're going to have your education provided for. You're going to have your health care provided for. You're going to have a place to live, a car to drive, clean water to drink, clothes to wear. And then you can express yourself unconditionally. You won't have to suppress yourself about money because the fear of survival will be eliminated. Understand, if you don't support an equal money system, it is simply because you have not been programmed to. So I suggest listening to Destiny Productions and Bernard Pullman, and start realizing that the power that money has, the power that you can ask yourself, and I've asked myself this, where would you be right now, in this moment, right this very moment, right now, as you're watching this video, where would you be right now if you had more money, if you had your own money, if you knew that you could provide for yourself? Where would you be right now? What would you be allowing yourself to participate in? How would you express yourself? Support an equal money system. Support all life.